Hello students, welcome back. Today's content is inserting hyperlink in slide. So I will show you the two ways to insert hyperlink. First is using action button and second is using text. So what is hyperlink? Hyperlink means connecting or linking say one page to another, maybe from one file to another or one website to another. So in PowerPoint we have the facility to link to a web page, email addresses, file, slides in the same presentation or a slide in a different presentation. Now how this can be done? This can be done using hyperlink and action button. So let me go to my presentation. Now see, I have created a presentation using 4 slides, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I will show you how to use hyperlink using action button in this presentation. Now what is action button? Action button is a ready-made button shapes for defining hyperlink to run a program. Now let me start. Click on insert tab. Now this is the illustration group. Click on shapes drop down arrow. Now if you see at the last, you will see a action button here. Let me scroll bar down. Now see, you will see lots of buttons here. We call this as a ready-made button. So you can use any of this button to create a link. Let me use, suppose say, this button. So click on this button and just drag anywhere in the slide. So this is my first slide and I have dragged it. Now after creating a button, you will see a action setting dialog box here. You can either use mouse click or mouse over. Means when you run the slideshow, you can either click on the button, or if you move the mouse button above the button, then it will connect you to another page. So you can either use mouse click or mouse over. I will use mouse click, and make sure this radio button, that is hyperlink to radio button, is clicked. Now just below, from this box, text box, click on the drop down arrow and you need to select the slide or a file where you want to move when you click on this button. So you can move this scroll bar up and down to view the page. Let me move to the say last slide. Means when I click on this this action button, I will go to the last slide. So I will select the last slide. It has appeared here. Click on OK button. Now you can also format the action button. So click on the format tab, go to the drop down arrow. You can use your own style to format it, or you can also go to the shape fill and use your own shape fill. Now let me go to the last slide. So I'll move to the last slide now. So this is my last slide. Now again I will create a action button in the last slide. So click on the insert tab, go to the drop down arrow of shape, just scroll it down and let me use one of the button. So click on this button, just draw the shape of this button, leave the mouse button. Again you will see the action setting dialog box. So as I have already said, you should make sure that hyperlink to radio button is clicked. Now here what I will make is, I'll make it as a first slide. Means when I click here, I will move to the first slide. Click on OK and let me insert one more button here. Suppose this button, and let me draw that button here. Now here I will make it as a say previous slide. So click on OK as I have done in the first slide, you can format the button using a format tab. So use any of the color you want. Okay, now I will show the slideshow how it looks like. So click on the slideshow button, click on from beginning. Now here you can see this button. Now as I move the mouse pointer in this button, you can see the pointer change into the shape of a hand. This means it is a hyperlink. So it is telling you to click here. So as I click on this button, you can see that I have gone to the last slide. So if I click on this slide, I will move to the first slide. So in this way, you can connect one slide within the same presentation or within different presentation. So click here, move to the last slide. If you click on this slide, you will move to previous slide. See, in this way. So in this way, you can click the mouse button. Now let me go to the second slide here. Now in the second slide, I'll use the same buttons. Go to the shape, action button. Suppose say this one. Let me use the slide, and I just want to mark it as first slide. Click on OK. Now let me use one more slide. Sorry, one more button. Let me draw that button here, and is already here. Next slide. So click on OK. Now let me run the slideshow once again. Click on slideshow from beginning, or you can press F5 key from the keyboard. Click here, you will move to the last slide. Click here, you will move to the first slide. So if you want to go to the second slide, because I don't have a button to move to second slide, you can simply click on the slide. So here, see, if I click here, I'll move to the first slide. If I click here, I'll move to the next slide. Now, so this is how we can move within different slides in the same presentation. Now I will show you how to move to the presentation or a PowerPoint presentation or a slide in different presentation. So let me go to the insert tab, shape, add one action button here in this side. Now what I will do is, when I click here, I will not link to this page, but I will link to the slide in different presentation. So click on the drop down arrow, move this scroll bar. Now you can see other PowerPoint presentation. Means when I click on this button, I will move to a different presentation. So click on other presentation. Now from your computer, you can select whichever presentation wherever you want to move. Suppose say I want to open this presentation. Click on OK. Now now you can see the link here. See, this is my URL or link. Click on OK. Now let me run the slideshow. Now see, let me click on this button. Now as I click on this button, you can see that I have moved to different slide in different presentation. See here. So in this way, you can also move to different presentation. Now I will show you how to move to, say, different document. Suppose say Microsoft Word document. Okay, let me enter one more slide here. Insert, go to shape, use one more action button, suppose this button. Now click on the drop down arrow. Now this time I will not go to any other PowerPoint presentation, but I will go to other file. So click on other file here. Let's say I want to go to the Excel file. So this is my Excel file. You just select it, click on OK. So the link of the Access file has appeared here. Click on OK. Let me format this shape. Okay. Now let me run the slideshow once again from beginning. So I have already showed you before. If I click here, I'll move to the last slide. If I click here, I'll move to a slide in different presentation, PowerPoint presentation. Now if I click here, I'll move to the Excel file. See, this is my Excel file. So if you want to move to other files other than Microsoft PowerPoint, then you have to click on other files. So let me close it. Now let me move to the next slide. So what I will show you here is, say let me go to the next slide. Now how to move to Microsoft Word file. So go to Insert tab, from the drop down arrow select one, action button Android. Now in the drop down arrow, so as I have said, click on other file. If you don't want to move to any of the PowerPoint file, click on other file. Suppose say I want to move to this Microsoft Word file, select it, click on OK. Now the link or the URL of that Microsoft Word document has appeared. Click on OK. Let me change the formatting option of this button. Okay. Now run the slideshow. Okay. Now as I click here, you will see that I will be connected to a Microsoft Word document. So you can clearly see that this is a Microsoft Word document. So in this way, PowerPoint has a special features to link to different files or a different PowerPoint presentation. Now finally I will show you how to create a link or hyperlink using a text. So I will do it here only. So first you need to select the text. So I have selected this text, external memory. After selecting, you have to go to the Insert tab. Now you will go to Hyperlink button here in the link group. Just click on the Hyperlink button. So where you want to move, suppose say I want to move on this file, that is Excel file. Click on OK. Now let me run the slideshow from beginning. See here, once I place my mouse pointer on the text, you can see the shape of the hand. It means you need to click it. This is a hyperlink. So simply click here on this text. See, again you will be moved to the Excel file. So in this way you can create the link either by clicking on the text or by using a radio buttons. So I hope you have understood it. You can follow this video, open Microsoft PowerPoint and practice it at home. Thank you, children.